There are two major things that I have learned from the Communities Project with Michael and Laszlo. The first thing is that whenever you are working with the results, when you are identifying what the results are, you go ahead and make sure that the results are just that. Nothing more, nothing less. And as you work on making sense of what the results are, you go ahead and identify what you contributed to the results. And be that example that hopefully that whoever that you're working with will be able to go ahead and identify as well what they contributed for their own results. The next thing is that to become a leader is, aside from identifying what you contributed to the results per se, but because we all have our blinders on, and as much as we want to look at things objectively, but let's all face it, we're all human beings. We are limited by our own opinion and subjective perspectives. And that's why you ask the people that you work with specific examples or specific feedback in order to identify how you can continue to become a better leader. And with the feedback, you don't get to argue with the feedback. You don't give any response. And that's something that I'm working with because for the most part, I always want to work with a why. But I understand that you just want to keep things simple. And so if somebody gives you feedback, you go ahead and identify, you just go ahead and respond, thank you. Is there anything else? Now, if you're the one who's giving feedback or providing feedback, you have to go ahead and ask for permission first if the person is ready to receive some level of feedback. And I think that's critical as well, because sometimes you go ahead and identify, I'm not ready for the feedback. I want to know what your thoughts are, but I have other things in mind right now. And then you can go back to that later and pay fully attention to the feedback that they're going to go ahead and provide. So those are the two major things in relation to the steps and processes that hopefully we would all become better leaders in one shape or form. The other thing that I want to share regarding the Communities Project with that full day workshop, the other important thing that is validated for me is that if you know the person that you're talking to knows the answer, you just guide them to go ahead and get that response for themselves. So you don't help them out by providing the answer for them because you already know, and you can make sense that I think you know the answer. And you allow them to express that accordingly. And so these are the things that I have learned. And I'm hoping that everybody could go ahead and participate and learn from the Communities Project, and all the sponsors that made that happen. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.